Due to Olivia Colman's character, Secret Invasion may hint at the appearance of two new Marvel Cinematic Universe heroes. Numerous familiar faces will return in the Nick Fury and Talos Disney Plus spin-off series with Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn, but Olivia Colman is one of the newcomers to the MCU thanks to Secret Invasion. She has been cast as Agent Sonya Falsworth, an old ally of Nick Fury, while Emilia Clarke is said to be playing Abigail Brand, and Kingsley Ben-Adir is a Skrull leader. Secret Invasion, which is a film adaptation of the well-known Marvel comic crossover event, will be crucial in laying the groundwork for the MCU's future. This includes the affirmation that the Marvels and Armor Wars are directly related to the series. This should introduce and tease upcoming MCU heroes, just like many other MCU Disney Plus shows. One example of this objective would be Abigail Brand, played by Emilia Clarke. Sonya Falsworth, played by Olivia Colman, may also be significant because she can help establish two new heroes ahead of MCU Phase 5. Union Jack and Spitfire are being teased as new MCU heroes thanks to the revelation that Olivia Colman's Secret Invasion character is actually Sonya Falsworth. James Montgomery Falsworth's involvement in Captain America's Howling Commandos has left the Falsworth name with a legacy in the MCU, but Sonya's introduction allows the legacy to continue. Although there isn't a comic book character named Sonya Falsworth, James' children Union Jack and Spitfire both have the illustrious last name. Sonya might be a descendant of James and the mother of Union Jack and Spitfire to bring them both into the MCU's present. Another way that Union Jack and Spitfire might play a role in Secret Invasion is if Olivia Colman's Sonya had previously worn either the Union Jack or the Spitfire mantle. It's possible that she once dressed as the Union Jack, given the confirmation that she works for a covert intelligence agency. The information that she was once Spitfire might be a little more significant because it would indicate that she possesses super speed. Both of these revelations would allow the mantles to be carried on in Phase 5, with the introduction of Joseph Chapman or Jacqueline Falsworth, while also helping to explain how Sonya Falsworth first met Nick Fury. Union Jack and Spitfire might be able to play a role in other upcoming projects after being introduced as new MCU heroes in Secret Invasion. The characters might appear there, given that Secret Invasion and the Marvels are connected, even though that is not the best place for either. Sonya might show up in Captain America: New World Order and bring a fresh Union Jack or Spitfire with her. This would enable either to join forces with Sam Wilson's Captain America, carry out the plan for the film to introduce some foreign heroes, and perhaps even give Union Jack and Spitfire some thought as potential additions to Phase 6's new Avengers team. The Phase 5 debuts of Union Jack and Spitfire may be related to the MCU's plans to assemble the Invaders, or MI-13, thanks to Olivia Colman's Secret Invasion character. However, given that Jacqueline has vampiric connections in the comics and frequently engages Eric Brooks in combat, Spitfire's introduction might specifically relate to Blade. The MCU would then have another chance to continue establishing vampires before Mahershala Ali's Blade stars in a standalone film. The MCU now has a number of new superheroes who have a good chance of becoming Avengers in the multiverse saga, thanks to Marvel's recent motion pictures and television programs. Given that Earth's mightiest heroes will receive not one, but two movies in Phase 6, it is likely that a number of current characters will join their ranks. They might not currently be Avengers, but in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty or Avengers: Secret Wars, that might change. The team's membership was noticeably decimated by the events of Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame, which resulted in the loss of 3 founding members in Iron Man, Black Widow, and Captain America. In the Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange might or might not have eliminated Scarlet Witch as well. Overall, Marvel will need to reassemble the team as it moves forward. There are plenty of intriguing candidates for the Avengers due to the abundance of recent MCU releases. Of course, not all of the new heroes introduced in Phases 4 and 5 will be Avengers. There are far too many of them to make that work. The new heroes who have the best chances of making the team for Phase 6 are listed below. The conclusion of Eternals set up Dane Whitman, played by Kit Harington, to accept the Ebony Blade and transform into the Black Knight. It has been suggested that Marvel will err on the side of making its version of the Black Knight a prominent figure in the supernatural side of the MCU, by taking into account the implications that come with the Mahershala Ali's Blade cameo in the mid-credits scene of Eternals. When talking about his future in Marvel's films and television shows, though it's important to remember his comic book roots.
I'm sorry.
Sure you're ready for that, Mr. Whitman?
Dane deserves to be included in any discussion about the upcoming Avengers cast. As a former leader of the team and stalwart member, he might be able to contribute something truly original with his swordsmanship. Monica Rambeau was reintroduced as an adult sword agent in WandaVision after making her debut as a young child with a connection to Carol Danvers' MCU backstory. She was given superpowers in preparation for her upcoming team-up with Ms. Marvel and Captain Marvel in Phase 5's The Marvels, which is portrayed by Tiona Paris. In the comic books, Monica joined the Avengers soon after becoming proficient and advanced quickly. She had only recently joined the group when she was chosen to be the chairman. Monica left a lasting legacy as an Avenger, and depending how her arc in the Marvels plays out, the same might one day be true of the MCU character. She was able to command respect from much more powerful individuals and more established heroes. Jennifer Walters' disinterest in working as a superhero full-time was made clear in She-Hulk Attorney at Law, but the way her story was handled doesn't preclude her from appearing in an Avengers film from Phase 6. She-Hulk, a significant team member in both classic and contemporary comics, could fight alongside the Avengers and her cousin if the need ever arose. Her attitude in the show suggests she wouldn't have joined the team on her own, but Kang's invasion might make it necessary. If such an alliance were ever to be formed, the comedic treatment of her character in She-Hulk might allow for some amusing interactions between her and her teammates. The main antagonist of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, was actually one of the biggest superheroes added to the MCU's library of characters in Phase 4, given that Black Panther 2 left him with a lot of blood on his hands, and that Namor may not initially seem like the obvious choice for a position on the upcoming Avengers roster. Having said that, it wouldn't be unusual for Tenoch Huerta's Namor to turn into a hero. Even though Namor became a recurring foe of the team in the early 1960s, Captain America invited Namor to join the team 20 years later. After losing the Atlantean throne, Namor was in need of a new mission and discovered it with the Avengers. In Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, a similar development might bring Namor into the fold, but it might not be necessary. Kang poses a threat to everyone as a time-traveling antagonist who, if left unchecked, could start a multiversal war. This would be a sufficient justification for the Avenging Son to team up with the MCU's heroes in Phase 6. He would greatly aid their efforts with his colossal strength. Which heroes do you expect to see in the new phase of the MCU? Let us know in the comments section below. Till next time, guys, cheers!